Please tell me.
Somebody calls you on telephone at night, asks you a question. You answer the question, and you don't remember anything about it next morning. You happen to see that person in the morning. That person says, "Hey, I called you last night, asked you this question." So you say, "I don't remember. What did I say?" That person tells you the answer. The answer was correct.
It means you answered in the off mind. Never do that. You answered as automatic system. Many times, the question answer becomes automatic system, especially when you are a doctor. You know you are...
No, but the question is really, is it the real world meeting with the dream world?
Yes. It can be said that there is an automatic mechanism between that area. So that automatic mechanism takes over. You see, driving, when you start learning, you learn so many rules. Then after a few days, you see it becomes an automatic mechanism.
But you are still awake when you are driving.
No. There is no need to be awake too much. There is no need to be awake too much. Little off you can have, and only you see cop's car, you can come totally. But till that time you can manage. So that is the way you manage that.
I have this problem of sleeping at night, and only one thing which disturbs me is I get this dream, various kinds of dreams. Where in my dream I get stuck. That's like maybe I have difficulty in putting the key in the lock, or I have a problem in reading a question and not able to get an answer, and that wakes me up and just I cannot go back to sleep.
Again, the waking body entering. That is what I say. The waking body entering into the dream body. That whole day working it blacks it. You try to work throughout the day. You try to use even the dream time for utility sake, which should not be.
Why is it sometimes when you're sleeping, you get this feeling that you want to wake up, but you can't? It's like some kind of weight.
Pressing.
Yes.
See, you left the subtle body, but you are not fully entered into the waking body. Then you get that feeling. Disconnection has happened and connection has not happened. You are disconnected from waking body. You are disconnected from subtle body. And you are entering into the physical body and trying to possess the whole physical body. That you are in the transit period. That is the time you try to possess the physical body quickly. Because you are always afraid of leaving physical body. In physical body you enjoy more. So you are always afraid. You try to possess it quickly. When you try to possess it quickly, the pressure. It will be just for 1 or 2 chanas. Again you will see, you are alright. Yes.
That happens to me only in the daytime when I sleep. It doesn't happen at night.
Because it only in that time you suffer the transit period. In the night time, the transit happens very quickly, it means.
If you force yourself to sleep for 3 to 4 hours a day, over a period of time you lose your sleep?
No. There is a clear proof. Now psychologists are proving any normal human being can sleep just for 2 hours a day and keep his physical and mental health properly and in a beautiful way. They are proving. In the ashram we worked on it. When I speak about the third body, I will tell about this and I will give you a technique also. If you want, you can work with it. A foolproof, solid technique.
What happens when I read somewhere that people have out-of-body experiences and then they shake and they're back in the world again and they've traveled out of their body during dreams?
Again, if they are able to remember it with the 4th color, they have traveled. Otherwise, they think they have traveled.
Some people say that when you're going to just before you go to sleep, whatever you listen to, like perhaps like a tape recorder or you read a book.
That will be the first thought when you come back. Actually, it's like an airport. From Oklahoma, if you take off from the airport, you can land only in the airport. Only from the airports you can take off. In the same airport only you will land. The runway. Your last thought is the runway. From where you are taken off.
I guess my question was more towards, is there such a thing that you learn or not, I wouldn't say learn, let me take that back. Memorize something better when you listen to it in your state?
At that time.
Yeah, when you're slipping from your...
Yes, actually. When you slip into unconscious, if you put some idea into you, that goes on inside you, you pick up, that starts working in you. That's true.
So it would actually be a good idea to listen to something you're teaching at that time.
Yes. You can listen my teachings when you sleep, but don't sleep when you listen my teachings. When you go for sleeping, listen my teachings, nothing wrong. But when you listen my teachings, don't sleep. Yes.
Swamiji, one thing that we think this is real here and not a dream, because we keep making new discoveries, like we discover a new star, or we go out with the telescope and look further and make a new discovery.
You think in the dream state you don't do all these things?
Yes, I realize that, because in a dream, for example, I dream about someone who's 10 years old, and I don't know. I know that they were born and raised in that dream, so I assume it, and so it takes out all time then. So
No, in the dream also you do all these type of things.
Yeah.
You don't remember.
Then how do we differentiate if we're
Actually, both are one and the same. That is what I am telling. Now, we are so much attached with this world, we are not ready to believe it. We bring enough of arguments. One of the important argument, all of you missed, but let me give that argument and the answer. The argument is, Swamiji, every day I come back, I am sane. But every day when I dream, I am not sane. You understand? That is the argument to prove this is reality and that is dream. Again, not.
There's a weird feeling of whom you identify yourselves in the dream.
One thing, be very clear. The idea of time itself is from projection from your mind. In the dream state, if you see from the waking state, you dreamt only 8 hours. If you see in the dream state, you may be dreaming even 10 years. 10 years of dreams you will finish it. 10-year lifespan you will live it in 10 hours. See, only 10 hours you have dreamt. You also know only 10 hours you slept. But in the dream, you have taken bath, you have done your exams, you have gone for a job. 10 years of work is over. In the 10 years, you fall into dream and come out inside dream. Understand? Inside dream, you dream and come out. Just like you have 3 states now, you have 3 states in the dream also. Very clearly Tantra explains. The 3 kinds of dreams, there are 3 states of dreams. In the dream, waking dream, dream, deep sleep dream. Understand? Dream with verbalization and visualization is waking dream. Dream only with visualization is dream. Dream only with verbalization is deep sleep dream. Now I think half of the group is confused. Let me finish the answer. Then you will be able to understand. So each layer has got 3 layers. Each layer has got 3 layers. 3. Waking state 3 layers, dream state 3 layers, and deep sleep state 3 layers. In each 3 layers, the with I, without I, with thought, without thought crisscrosses. Now you are not confused. Actually, if you see 9 into 3. No. What is this? 37. 27 are the layers of your being. There are so many layers after layers. Because we don't remember, we have made all the 3 dreams as one dream, that's all. As a one dream. Now you understand this much. If you wake up from the moment you die, you realize, 7 70 years dream I dreamt, but I slept only 70 days. That is why we always say, Devatas, 1 year for us is 1 day for Devatas. Because the frequency of thoughts is much less there. More the frequency of thoughts, more the time flows. Understand? If the frequency of thought is more, even if when you come out, you understand only few hours. But when you are there, you feel as if so many years are going. For example, if you are sitting with a person who eats your head, naturally, you feel even 5 minutes is like a 5 year. Because the frequency of thought is more, you are uncomfortable, disturbed, you are in hell. I always tell the people, hell means eternity, eternity means hell. Hell is always eternal. Because you do not, even if it is few minutes, you feel it is eternal. It's not moving. But if the frequency of thought is very less, relaxed, you will see, even if the 20 years are there, 10 years are there, you do not know how time flies. Yes.
Let's see, in this world or this dream, you can go to the other dream, come back and continue and go back and come back. But if I go in the other dream, there is no continuation. I don't even remember where I started before.
No, you continue. Now you don't remember. But when you die and before taking the body, you see the whole scale. You see the whole scale. How many janmas you took and what all you did and what you want to do next. In the dream you say, I don't remember about the waking state. You don't remember about the waking state in the dream. Same thing you say now. You don't remember about the higher state. No. If you wake up, when you were out of the body, you remember that state. Yes.
Am I dreaming this dream, or is this dream dreaming me?
Nice question. Is this dreaming me, or I am dreaming? When your awareness, if it is more intense than the frequency of thoughts, you are dreaming. If the frequency of thoughts is more intense than your the dream is dreaming you. For some, you have to only start smoking, then smoking will smoke you. You have to start drinking, then drinking will drink you. If you can control drinking, you are drinking. If you can't, then drinking is drinking you. If the thoughts are in more frequency than your eye consciousness, if your eye consciousness is in high frequency, you can stop thoughts. If your eye consciousness is in high frequency, if you can stop thoughts, you are dreaming. You are thinking. Otherwise, thinking is thinking you. When you are worrying, why do you say, I don't want to worry, Swamiji, but worrying is happening? Because the frequency of thoughts is more than frequency of your being. You, instead of settling, you are quickly flying. You are again and again and again flying. Actually, every moment you touch the time shaft and come back. Present, future. Present, future. Present, future. But going to the present and coming out, if it is reduces, just future, then the thought frequency becomes too much.
Swamiji, you know how she was saying that she stops her dreams and puts it on pause and then comes back and starts them? Is that the causal body or the subtle body?
It means at that moment the frequency of I becomes very solid. She can stop. Now, if the frequency of I becomes solid, if it becomes solid, you can stop the whole dreaming. You can understand and you can stop even the whole life.
And then continue again?
As you want. That is what I said morning. You can change the future. When the solid shaft of I penetrates the present moment and penetrates the dream shaft, you can stop. Actually, if you just analyze logically and understand these three states, that itself will liberate you from the very big sufferings. There's a sloka, which is truth. Just a logical understanding, vivarana, avastatraya vivarana, is more than enough to bring you out of 80% of your sufferings. That is why I am giving so much of emphasis to analyze and understand. Just understand, that will help you.
Swamiji, sometimes babies in the sleep cry or smile. Is that they are dreaming?
Yes.
Where their pressure comes from?
They are bringing, what is this? When you come, you
It's from the past life?
yes, yes, a little bit of mental setup you bring. Then you develop here. Just the, what to say, hard disk you bring. Then you develop it. Add everything.
What about people who don't believe in that reincarnation? A lot of people don't believe in that.
You may not believe, but it is truth. You can't say anything about it.
So when you die in terms of this physical body, I take it you become part of the one. When you die.
You become part of the one. Unless you become enlightened, you will never become part of the one.
How does this stay separate? How does it stay separate?
How does?
Without this physical body.
How does? You stay. You can't stay. That is why in 3 chana you take a new body. In 3 chana you take a new body.
And what determines that? Your karma?
Yes. Your desires and karma determines. In the NSP I speak about this death. What happens? The transition and all those things.
But in NSP, Swamiji, didn't you cover the 21 layers? How different are these 27 layers?
You see, on 21 and 27, the manner is very, very subtle difference. See, just understand the Vibhya. The Vibhya ray. This side it is violet, this side it is red. You can make it as 100 shadow, or 27 shadow, or 21 shadow. There is no clear-cut wall. You can make it even as 1,000 shadow. You can make even as 1,000 layer. 1,000 layer. I am making the SSP as a 3 for our easy understanding. In the NSP I am making the same thing as a 7.
So when I first began, before I was known enlightenment, I was part of the enlightenment. How did I kick off?
One thing. The first beginning, the question is from this logic. From that logic, it could never be answered. Actually, the first beginning itself has never happened from that point of view. Only from this point of view, the first beginning has started happening. The moment you realize that the first beginning never happened, that end never happens. That's what the problem is. Now you are asking me, I am answering you. This is one logical level. There is a logic, another different kind of logic. The whole existence moves without even bothering about our logic. So the question is related to that logic. When you try to ask a question about that logic, from this logic, the answer can never be given because it is too high. For example, if an ant shouts in front of an elephant, "Hey, why are you black? Give me explanation." Will an elephant hear the question? And can an elephant explain to the ant why he is black? No. The logic of the ant is so small, the logic of the elephant is so big, they can never meet and merge. So the logic of the life is so big, the logic of your question is so small, I will not be able to bring that logic and answer it to your logic. Connect it with your logic. If you meditate, if you go in, you will realize what I say is truth. But logically it can never be connected. You see, actually when I was 10-year-old boy, I was taken to a Swami, Annamalai Swami, in my native place. He's an enlightened master. And he was sitting and talking with the people. You are beyond body, you have no pain, you have no suffering, all those things. I thought, how can it be? When my mom beats me, I have pain. I have pain. I went back to my house and took a knife and cut my thigh. Still now the mark is there. Cut my thigh to see whether I have pain or not. Of course, I had a pain. I had blows from mother and they took me to the hospital, did first aid and all those things. When I went back to the Swami again, he said the same thing. Just do this meditation. You will realize what I said is truth. But logically, I can't bring that and connect it to you. What I said is truth. But only technical experience can give you the experience. The technical, the meditation technique or anything, only that can give you the experience of what I said is truth. Logically, that logic and this logic doesn't meet and merges. Understand this one thing. If an ant asks the elephant, why are you black? Give me the explanation. No explanation. That's the same.